up? Our friend Kitty Yeung, who is a tech fashion designer and creative technologist, amazing person. You've seen her on the show a few times before, is with us today as well to talk about some new Bluetooth flowers. How's it going, Kitty?
Good. Thank you so much for meeting, Alex. I really miss you.
Yeah, you
With
too.
a lot of my maker friends. Yeah, it's good to see you.
It's absolutely my pleasure. And yeah, you moved from the Bay Area as well. So like now we see each other even less. And then also, everything. So
I know. Yeah. Been
what
working
is
from
this?
home.
I do love though getting packages from afar, and that's I think a great way to connect with people across the divide. Speaking of which, I have this orange box here. What's in this orange box?
Do you want me to show you before you open it?
Well, I kind of snuck and open it here. Okay, so I have the box, and I find some little foam cylinder thingies. These are kind of cool, actually. It's interesting. They feel like some kind of recycled thing with like felt on one side. But then the exciting star of the show. Ooh, and you can tell I haven't opened this yet because it's a tear open thing. It feels like candy.
So DF robot.
And oh wow, I've seen pictures of these, but it's so different like having them in real life. Oh my goodness. So are these both the same or are they different?
They're the same, but you can put different code on them. So the one of the functions that I designed is to have one of them as the mother and the other one as child.
Oh, they've got little pins on them. They're already pre-assembled. We've got some USB-C on here. You've got a lithium polymer battery connector, a haptic feedback buzzer, on-off switch. You've got reset and boot pin switches. Oh, and some LEDs. Look at this. Oh, it's got your standard D13 Arduino LED.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Is not focusing very well.
Oh,
I think you may want to change the focusing. Yeah. Okay.
I've got to let me pull up
Yeah,
mine.
and it charges. It charges the battery too, so you don't have to get additional battery charger. You just
Oh,
plug
no
the
way.
yeah, and use the USB-C to charge them. So it's a collaboration between DF Robot and my fashion brand, Art by Physicist. So you can see my URL on there too.
Oh, yeah.
Right
Down
below
here.
that DF Robot logo.
kittyyoung.com.
They use my name. They call it Kitty's Flower, which is really nice.
That's super cute. You also have two separate Instagram accounts, one for your sort of art things and one for Art by Physicist. We can link in the description below and also take a look at in a minute.
Cool.
And it's a half-height PCB. That's really nice for wearables. It seems really lightweight.
Yeah, and the size is really nice, and it just from the front it looks like a normal decoration.
And then on the back.
Yeah.
This looks like an antenna. What have you got going on with this?
That's Bluetooth antenna. So that's why it's a pair. You can actually pair them.
Right.
Through Bluetooth. And you can wear it with your friends, your loved ones.
Huh.
Yeah. So that was an inspiration I got when my mom kept on telling me a horror story that she had. When I was 3 years old, I almost ran away from my mom. So I was playing hide and seek in a shopping mall. And suddenly my mom just couldn't find me anywhere. And she spent hours looking for me. She even got this announcement in the shopping mall to call, like, Kitty, come to this place. Your mom is looking for you. And just before she completely gave up, she noticed a pair of little feet underneath the big coat. So I was hiding inside the entire time. And when she opened up the coat and she saw me giggling in there. So that was a total nightmare for my mom.
I bet.
I found it funny.
Of course, you were the kid.
Yeah, then I thought that I wanted to make something that connects. So mom, this is a very common problem for parents. So for mom or dad, for any parent can wear this with their child. So it detects distance if the kid runs off further than, like right now we define it to be 2 meters, then the mothers will vibrate and get a notification. and only the mother can feel it. So it's not going to alert anyone else, but they
Oh,
know
that's really cool.
to look for the child. That
So they
was
can tell
yeah.
distance from each other.
Sorry?
I think I cut you off a little bit. Sorry.
No, no, no.
So,
It's great that you already got batteries.
yeah. Did they use like signal strength or something to tell the distance? How do they do that?
Yeah, just using the signal strength, the RSSI for the Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
So you can change the sensitivity too. Sometimes I found they are a little bit too sensitive when you
Mm,
move. But the code is all there, so you can reprogram them.
that's super cool.
Yeah, and I at first built this all by hand. I use
Oh.
we have robots Luno. You know, their little Bluetooth board that's very small, just like the size of your battery there.
Oh, I don't know it. That sounds really
Yeah, and
cool.
they're really good. So I actually hand soldered all these components together for the first prototype. And then I collaborated with them to productize this. At first, the flower was actually I'm wearing this shirt that's
That's so
the
pretty.
same design
Oh, yeah.
with the same flowers on the shirt. So I at first I used the same fabric to make a fabric flower, made a pair of fabric flowers, and now we turn them into PCBs.
And what I love about what you do is that you share so much of this the process on your Instagram accounts. So you sort of
And I
as
also
you're prototyping.
share them on Hackster.
Yeah, you did. I've got that pulled up as well. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I wrote two articles about this. So this was the first one
Mm-hmm.
that was I think more than a year ago now, and
Yeah, let's
that's
see.
the initial prototype.
Yeah, August 2019.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this the second one?
Yeah. Oh wait, that is the
That's a
matching
different one.
fabric.
That's
That's the
beautiful.
heart rate monitor dress. So yeah,
Wow.
very fun journey going from prototyping to product.
What was that like for you? What was it like working with DF Robot on this?
Oh, they're really great. So is they're very supportive for these kind of creative ideas, and they see the value for making technology beautiful at the same time.
Ah,
So they were very interested. They love seeing my open source project in the first place,
mm,
and we kind of discussed back and forth a couple of times, kind of bouncing off how can we make my handmade thing into something reproducible. So
yeah.
it took us, especially last year, it was the pandemic and everything got slowed down, but we kept on working on it and just a lot of exchanges online, and finally we got there. so so we're now shipping. It's really exciting.
Yeah. Congrats. I just found a couple of batteries for this, and I turned this one on, and it immediately started buzzing and doing some cool rainbow lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're synced. So when they're together,
Uh-huh.
they know that they are sensing each other. So the LEDs are kind of synced to do this
Oh,
same reaction.
this
Do
one
you
is
have enough battery in that one?
a little bit reluctant.
No, it should just automatically
Oh wait, there
pair.
we go.
Yay!
Amazing.
Yeah, so the center there actually are the
This
touch
capacitive
sensors.
touch. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Wow.
yeah. So the flowers based on my drawing. So I send them this SVG file of the flowers that I drew on the fabric,
Uh-huh.
and they modified it a little bit so that we could display the LEDs clearly and also have the center area large enough so it doesn't get in the way of other components.
That's so brilliant. I love these secret sort of hidden touch sensors.
So it also has an accelerometer.
Uh-huh.
So it detects if you're jumping, if doing movement. So imagine you wearing this with your friends. You can pair them. You can do the same gesture, and they would
Uh-huh.
interact.
What else have you been working on? I see things coming by about stuff that you're doing with quantum computing. You have an amazing sort of comic or graphic novel course. about quantum
Yeah.
computing?
Yeah, it's a quantum computing course by using comics to express the ideas. So I actually published a book last year. I'll show you.
Ooh.
Yeah, by the way, the flowers, this is our first version, and we would love to show more people, especially people who don't know how to code, how to use technology. So this, because everything is integrated, we're hoping that people can pick this up and then try to plug it in and try to run the code themselves and learn coding. We are thinking, I don't know if we would do it, but we could also add pinouts. So for
Oh
people
yeah, so you can
to
break it
use
out
it
to
as the microcontroller. Yeah,
smart.
but that may be, I don't know if we will end up doing it.
The quantum computing information as a comic seems like such a perfect combo because obviously people think that quantum computing is so intimidating and scary, and comics are like the perfect form factor to be like, it's actually okay, it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. I got a lot of nice feedback from people who bought the book and attended my class.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's basically a side project that I was doing over the weekend, and everyone was learning from home, and I wanted to do something that's helping people. And Hackaday.io actually started this online class, and they were asking people if anyone wants to be their lecturers. So I signed up and I started teaching people quantum computing every Sunday with a couple of comics that I publish every week. So,
Amazing.
and then it got so just accumulated into a book so that I published it on Amazon and everyone can buy it now. Is
I will absolutely look up the link for that and put it in the description because I want that. I want that like right now. That's amazing.
yeah,
So
it's
cool.
a nice little book. I got a lot of good feedback. Just now I actually received an email from the reader who said that is definitely helps them, like laymen, to not fear the
Yeah.
subject. And also I don't dumb it down. I don't avoid talking about difficult things in this comics. So I basically, I still teach people the harder algorithms, but then in a way that is intuitive.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy to see your readers appreciating
Does that
this.
have a notes page opposite every comic page?
Do I have no? Yes. So I make the other side blank so people can take notes.
That's so
I
good.
made this little square shape so that is both a book and a notebook. So you can carry it around. You can use it as a notebook as you learn these subjects as topics. When you have ideas, you can just write on the other side.
That's so brilliant. I've never seen anyone do that before, and it makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's just worked out. It kind of is a alternative textbook for beginner learning of quantum.
Super cool. And you've also got a mask down there.
Yeah, this one is a matching mask for this whole flower series as well.
Hmm.
I think actually, when I was still in the garage in Silicon Valley at Microsoft, you came down and you saw this flower dress that I was making.
Yeah.
And you showed it just now on Hackster's page.
Oh,
the
yeah.
dress that blinks with the heart rate. And this is the same fabric, and I made a set of matching ready to wears. I 3D printed these flowers to match painting.
Wow.
So now you can wear this mask with the flowers on your ears, so it looks like earrings.
That's so cool. So before the brooches, there were these 3D printed flowers. I remember seeing some of your 3D printed flowers up as well, and I was like, oh man, are those flexible? I thought they must be printed something flexy.
Yeah, it's a little bit flexible. It's using the, I think I use Shapeways, and I chose their colored ones to print this. And I just also bought my own 3D printer, which
Ooh.
is a robotic arm. It doesn't do
Ooh.
fine structures like this. So this one is really fine.
Uh-huh.
So I designed it into this very flexible shape. But I think they're using powder to print, so they can print really fine structures. Let me see. I'm looking up on their, nylon, their materials list right now. So it's called versatile plastic. It's PA12 polyamide. Yeah, I like
Oh.
this material.
I was just digging
Yeah.
through your Instagram for more pretty things to look at. Is this that same outfit that you're wearing right now?
Yes, they have the 3D printed.
That's so cool. And this is on your Art by Physicist account, which is the one for your tech fashion line.
So this is a
Woo!
pair of parts that has the
Look at that.
flowers on the tool. So it's a nice decoration. It's kind of
It's so sort of ethereal.
it's very flowy.
So people can find these flowers on DF Robot for one.
Yep,
We'll drop that link in the description.
sure.
You can also find it on your website, kittyyeung.com.
Yep.
And you can follow both of your accounts to see updates on everything that you're up to. I love the process photos and stuff on your personal account. Like, look at this, it's so good. Plus, you did that tea cozy recently with the microbit.
That's right. I should show you that. So this is the Microbit V2. The
Ooh,
V2
and that's the
has
one with the touch sensor.
and V2 has also the buzzer.
Hmm.
It can play sound. So how this works is I program it to do a couple of things for tea making. You want to have a timer. So I'm not a tea drinker, but I have a tea drinker in the house. So they're very particular. They want to have the tea steamed at the exact right amount of time, at the right temperature. So I made this a timer. You can program it to, so basically when you touch the touch sensor, it shows you the minutes you want it to count down.
Ah, cool.
So the more you touch, the more it goes up, the number. But if you overshoot, you can cancel it by pressing both of them, and it gets back to 0. So you can start. I'll just put it to 0 so it can show you the next reaction quicker. And then when you put your tea in and put the tea cozy on, you can then press the start, and it starts counting, and it also shows you the temperature.
Super cool.
And
How
do
is
you
the
hear the
temperature
sound?
working? Is that just like because it's nestled up next to the teapot, it knows what?
Yeah, it's not very accurate temperature, but it gives you some idea. It doesn't tell you exactly how hot the water is, but it's better to show you some ideas.
Hmm.
So and then it starts buzzing when it reaches the timer. Then you can press this one to stop it. It has to finish that sequence. This is the last sequence. And then when it shows the smiley face, is done.
That's so cute. Oh, it's so cute.
Thank you. Let me grab you the tea cozy from his room. I can show
Oh,
you
cool.
how.
So that's validation. It's actually in use.
Yeah. So this is my
Ah,
little tea cozy, and it's a matching one. You've seen my lotus design, right? My lotus dresses and kaftan,
yeah.
and it has the tassel, so it matches with that one. You can open it here and put the marker bit in.
And how is that secured? Is that a zipper or a Velcro or is it just
Velcro,
like a little
yeah.
pen? Oh,
You just open a little slit so you can open. Oops, I
brilliant.
need to stop it. Oh, I should have put the battery in first. That's fine. So you can see through.
Oh,
It's like, remember that when IoT just got started and everything was called smart the smart bat.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
smart tea cozy.
Or like the I something or the E something, or I feel like that's still a trend.
Yeah, maybe.
So a little more about masks. You also got featured in Reinvented magazine recently. That's super
Yeah,
cool.
I did. So that they actually have two magazines, two issues that have me in it. This
Oh,
one is
cool.
the mask. Yeah, I have
Uh-huh.
it here. So the process is also published on Hackster.
Mm-hmm.
It
We'll put the link
teaches
in the
you how
description,
to make this. Yeah,
as always.
and this is fabric, same fabric for my constellations dress.
Yes.
And in the project, I teach people how to make this flexible LED that you
Mm.
can embed in the mask. And it has this one is using the effulgent LED thread.
Oh, yeah. The like
And I
glow silk
also,
stuff.
yeah, and I also show people another option using this. So the battery holder is a lily pad.
Oh.
You can also add the lily twinkle. And I have this option of using Chibitronics LEDs and the tape from Brown Dog Gadgets.
Yeah, the maker tape. That's
Yeah,
so,
they're
so
crazy
cool.
circuits. So you can make flexible circuits this way and
Ha!
embed in your masks. I call them mask covers because I want to encourage people to wear the proper
Mm.
medical masks. So you wear those and then put these on top of it as a decoration, the mask covers.
That makes
But
sense.
these are not medical. Yeah.
Did you make your own pattern for the masks?
Yeah, I use some similar patterns I found online, and then I modified to make these so that I can also embed electronics inside.
Haha.
Yeah, so I also made a product version. So this is all handmade, which is very cumbersome and is also not as reliable. I think the handmade ones.
Hmm.
I collaborated with a company called Novacentrics. They specialize in printed electronics. They have the ink that can conduct, and you can define different geometries, and you can print
What?
into a soft circuit, soft fabric circuit, and place those LEDs on anywhere you define. So I could design all these 12 constellations
Oh, that's really cool.
that's lit up by LEDs.
Ah,
So, you can get a mask on my website. You can choose your own constellation and get a
ah,
mask or shirt. I have a shirt version too.
that's so cool. This is brilliant. And then also you have these cool jewelry parts. Are these from Shapeways also? I've wanted to do some Shapeways things.
Yeah, I just use them for production. I usually use my 3D printer for a prototype, and
Mm-hmm.
then when people ordered it, I can just use Shapeway to directly send from Shapeway to them.
They're so good, right?
Yeah, I like that they do any quantity. Is a very common problem with production is that they always a lot of manufacturing require you to do a really large volume.
Yeah,
But
totally.
3D printing is very eco-friendly. 3D printing is bottom up and additive. So you can produce any quantity, and Shapely basically charges you based on the material that you use, amount of
So
material.
good. Well, I got mine attached to my dress here. I'm very excited about it, but just being to like it, I like this demo program to start with, and
Mhm.
then later on I'm excited to try and program this. What is the chip on here actually? I didn't look. Looks like an Atmega 328.
Yeah, at Mega 328. It's all integrated, or we're discussing how we can make this reaction work. So we were designing like the sequence of the LEDs when they first turn on, and when they are separated larger than 2 meters, the mother's one would then vibrate.
Right.
And the child's one, we turn it off because the child, when they would like to have the LEDs on. So if they are too far away from their parents, they want to get back. So
That's so smart. It's like psychology as well as technology. It's so
yeah,
good.
yeah. But you can change the program whichever way you like. We're excited to see what people come up with also.
I also love that on here you have the axes for the accelerometer labeled. That makes it so much easier when you're programming, when you're not just having to like sort of go back and forth with the serial monitor and trying to figure out like, which way is which. You've
Yep.
already got it labeled on. Oh, and I hit the button again. So
Is it
good. It's
vibrate?
like surprising in a good way. It sort of like brings you back to oh, actually, this sort of fits in with a couple of ideas I'd have for mindfulness wearables. Come to think of it, this is actually perfect for that. It's
Yeah.
already got the haptic buzzer, it's already got the LEDs, and it has a good way of attaching it to my clothing. I'd been thinking about pendants and things,
Mm.
but the thing is that they don't sit next to your skin, and it's very easy for them to just sort of swing around. And I don't like watches and rings because they tend to get in the way when I'm trying to do stuff, or like we're all washing our hands a bunch these days, and so they'll get wet, and that's not great for DIY electronics. But this is like a perfect form factor for that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna mess around with this and we'll definitely know how
I
it
know
goes.
some people bought these for their wife and daughter as hairpins.
Oh, smart.
You could do that too.
It's also perfect because it's coming up on Valentine's Day right now, which,
That's right.
however you feel about it, this is sort of a perfect gift.
Exactly. Yeah, I like using these as my models. I just recorded a new quantum computing class, and I was using this to talk about entanglement.
Mm.
But they're not
That's
really
pretty cool.
doing entanglement because they are through Bluetooth.
Yeah. Someday though, someday we'll have quantum entangled, like maybe for Halloween, a spooky action at a distance kind of like wearable. Little skulls or something.
There's no spooky action.
There's no spooky action? Maybe I'll
No.
learn about that in the
In the
comic.
book.
Ah,
Yeah. It's
cool.
actually just a very simple mathematical setup.
Uh-huh. Well, I cannot wait to dig into that.
Let me know how you're doing with this flower.
I will. I'm really excited now. I didn't realize that it was perfect for this project that I've been like trying to work on for years, but it absolutely is. Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait
So
to
excited.
hear about that.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
should try this. You should try this with somebody else wearing it together.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it'd be good for all kinds of stuff, honestly. But one thing I feel like in COVID times, if I go to hang out with someone, we could have this as like if we put it in the reverse mode, where
Mhm.
instead of like vibrating when you get too far apart, it like vibrates if the signal is too
Too
strong,
close.
you're too close together. We were talking
Yeah.
about how like it's so stressful to have to like feel like you have to monitor those things and feel like you have to be the jerk and the killjoy who's like, oh, we're too close, can we just it sucks. And if you can have a pretty machine do it for you instead, like I could just like bring this to a thing and have them wear it, and then we could be like, oh, our flowers are da, da, da.
So then everyone needs to wear this.
Yeah, totally.
Let's form a
Why
network.
not? Yeah,
You should show
absolutely.
people that mask, that idea of
Oh yeah.
sensing distance between people. So that
So
was one of my very long projects last year. Yeah,
this is
this
so
one. It's
cool.
also is open source on Hackster.
Oh,
Um,
we'll
so
put the
it's a
link.
3D scan of my face, and I use that to make a actual masquerade mask, but then also block off the mouth and nose for because of COVID.
Uh-huh.
um, but then I added this distance sensor, so it can sense when people is too close to you, and it lights up this LED that shows a stop, stop sign.
Uh,
But also on you, you're wearing that microcontroller, so it also vibrates. It also notifies you that someone's too close.
that's a great way to increase my stress level. No, but it helps you make good choices is the thing. Like it feels
Yeah,
stressful, but also like I feel more secure knowing that like, I'm being taken care of.
yeah. So I really hope that 3D scan could be more widespread, so then people can order their customized masks. I am doing another 3D scan. I got this new computer, is an upgrade. It has the Intel RealSense
Oh yeah.
camera, so you can do 3D scan with it.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned for all the variations on this that you build.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to throw in there before we sign off?
I haven't asked Amy Double D if I should talk about it, but we are working on a project together.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we'll stay tuned, and that'll go up on your Instagrams and things, right?
yeah, we'll definitely post the project.
Awesome. I can't
Mhm.
wait.
There might be something else. Oh, I want to show you a new design I did.
Yes, please.
Actually, I'm wearing this apron that I'm going to launch very soon.
Oh,
This is
huge pockets.
fabric. I've been obsessed with a lot of the flowers that I have in the garden, and I painted them and I put them on fabric. Got all kinds of nice flowers,
Ooh.
perennials, so they always come back every year.
That's such a good idea for right now. It's like a good metaphor.
Yeah, I spent so much time in the garden.
Wow.
So this is a coat, and it's also reversible. So this is one side. You have holly and pothos. The other side, you have roses and an orchid.
This is so beautiful.
Hydrangea. I made a whole set of homey stuff with this fabric too. You saw that this is very homey,
Uh-huh.
but I have also a set of things using this fabric. Like the
I love how
table.
the reversible nature of it like fits in with your aesthetic of not wasting things and sort of being able to reuse things and stuff. That you can
Yeah,
have one
definitely.
coat that.
So all of my designs are sustainable and using digital printing, which is much less harmful for the environment. So, and it doesn't use a lot of water for
Oh, it
printing.
seems like similar to the Shapeways draw where you're sort of doing them one at a time. Is that true or no?
Yeah,
Like
I
how
do
is the
that
fabric
too.
produced?
Yeah, I do them made to order.
Ah,
So I would produce these when people order it, and I will get everything, order the fabric, and get them ready for the customer one by one.
that's so good. Is that a hat?
Yes, I made two different types of hats, and scarf and gloves and a bag.
I imagine like just running into you in public and not having any idea who you are and just being like, who is this confection? You're like a flower garden that walks around and like builds cool things with technology. I can't get over it. You're amazing. I'm so happy that we get to share this stuff with our
Yeah,
audience.
thank you so much for having me.
It's so good to talk to you. I miss seeing you at things. I miss things, because I miss running into people like you. Thank you so much for joining us as always, and of course, you're always welcome on whenever you like. Uh, can't wait to see this collaboration you have coming up, and everyone go follow Kitty on all the platforms because she's amazing, as you can see. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.